I'm Trey.
I'm Oliver.
And this
Colin.
is this is Comic Kingdom. And today, Colin is our very special guest.
Hey.
And today we're going to be talking about Infinity War. So, fellas, what y'all think about Infinity War?
Let's let our guess. What's up, dude?
Honestly, if you didn't see one of the biggest cinematic events of the last 10 years, you were living under a rock. Like literally, it was a roller coaster from the beginning. First 5 minutes, we saw, I don't know, Loki get off, Hulk get three-pieced by Thanos like it wasn't anything, and then dudes kind of got problems for the rest of the movies because of it, like he's battered and abused. Like, I ain't going out there, man.
Not again, dude. Not
And
again.
that made me so angry, just like seeing that, like, come on, we need the Hulk. Rage out, let's go. And he over there saying, no. What you think this is? Yo, that was crazy.
This not it, fam. Like, we're not doing this again. He did get clocked, though. Like, honestly, if Thanos just grabbed him, we're like,
What
out.
messed me up is they're saying Loki's not coming back. Like, he's really dead this time. He ain't coming back. What you
I don't know.
think?
I don't know. about
Reflecting upon it, because I saw it initially when it came out, like once or twice, and then I had not watched it even since it came out on DVD. So, preparing for this, I had to rewatch it on Netflix. Watching it with a group of friends while we're talking in the background, you can see on the closed captions when Thanos has got Loki by the throat, you hear the caption, bones cracking. Ladies and germs, I don't think he's coming back.
I don't know, because Loki has done this before when he played dead. And
Well,
he came back.
Oh, but then that would get into the whole Dark World thing, and let's not talk about Dark World for like once.
I don't know. I think Hiddleston and a lot of the other guys have come to the point in their contract where they've been doing this so long. It's not really crippling them as actors or artists, but you eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every day for the same whatever amount of days for a whole year. You're going to get sick of it after a while.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
That's how it is.
Understandable.
I mean, but I still have that hope that he's gonna come back. To be honest, because like Trey said, he did do it before. He did have that whole because what I pay attention to is at first when they first had encounter with Thanos and there's everything, he was all nervous. He was like, oh God, it's Thanos. We're all gonna die. But then he went off screen, and later he came back and he's more there. He's just I can do this. I'm a god. You will never be a god, and stuff like that. So I feel I still have that hope that he's gonna come back, that he duplicated himself, or at least did some type of magic. At least.
Have his Paul Walker moment at the very end where he's seeing his brother off for one last time and see you again plays in the background.
What about Iron Man's new tech?
That's dope. The nano machines were just awesome. I love them so much.
I feel like he ain't built that. I feel like, what's her name? Shuri from Wakanda. She made that.
She must have.
She made that.
Yeah.
Because that was dope. The way everything. He
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
he didn't even think about that until after Black Panther had already came out. Now he just pops up with this new suit. Yeah, I did this. Nah, bro. Nah, he ain't
But
do that.
I don't know how I feel about the whole Shuri thing. Social warrior. Whoa, females. No, but in the comics, Black Panther was the one who made everything. He was the intelligent. He was the brains and operations for everything.
I mean,
I don't know, man.
The last few iterations, they have really fleshed Shuri out in a very wise way. But in terms of predictions, I am under the impression that we didn't see any of what happened to her during the whole Snap incident. And if you notice, when Thanos ripped out the stone and friggin' Vision's head, his body just didn't disappear. It went gray. There's obviously no Mind Stone powering him up, but his body's still there, and we have probably one of the best techs in Wakanda left around. So hypothetically, it's not that far-fetched to assume that Shuri might bring Vision back to life.
Yeah. She also did when she was doing the whole trying to remove it, I noticed that she didn't delete everything. She just put everything from this hologram screen and just slid it to it's either a save folder or somewhere where she's I can access it.
Control
But
paste.
would he end up being the same though? I mean, the Mind Stone was the Mind Stone. That's who, that was a part of him. So was that
I feel
gone?
like a chunk of his personality is literally missing it. It ripped out of his head like a Chiquita banana sticker. But I think he might have a little edgelord identity crisis. I died and then came back to life, so I'm gonna be a little emo here for a bit. But I think there was a cover from some comic that when I was doing research from 2015, around the same time that Age of Ultron came out, all gray version of Vision. So don't be surprised if you see that.
All right. Well, we're gonna go to commercial break. We'll be right back with some more Comic Kingdom. Stay tuned. All right.
I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
Whoever you are.
Whatever you do.
Whatever your dream is.
Hey, welcome back, comic fans. I'm Oliver, so we're gonna talk about predictions. That's like a big thing. Everyone's like talking about like what's gonna happen, what is prepared. Like, what do you think about it? What do you think is gonna happen?
I mean, obviously they left a lot of threads and subplots up in the open. I mean, I joked about Hulk having like issues hulking out because he's afraid, but I feel like we're definitely going to get a Hulk rage out because that's what the fans have been dying for. Like, come on. I think Vision is definitely going to come back. I mean, like I said with the body thing earlier, come on. Why would you even show that? If they really
Right.
wanted to be about it, just show the whole thing of him getting outed. Obviously, Captain Marvel's going to show up because we have the movie coming out before
The actual
Endgame.
part 2, yeah.
We're definitely going to see the introduction of Ronan, which is the new persona that Hawkeye's taken on, and he looks brooding in the trailers. He obviously looks mad, and we know he has the whole secret family dynamic, and half of the
Right.
population got wiped out. So there's a chance
His family just
happy little hunky-dory family
snapped.
isn't intact, and he's out for blood.
Right.
I could go into a million different directions because they have kept everything under lock and key. So I'm going
don't
into
know.
it with open mind. I'm trying not to
Yeah.
watch too much stuff leading up to it.
Right, the whole YouTube, especially with like streaming services and people talking about it online, everything's just like everyone's just
Oh, yeah.
throwing out information. Like this is what I really don't. This is what I don't like about the fan base. And like I understand wanting to have predictions, but I don't know when you state something and you state it as a fact. You don't state it as a prediction. You state it as a fact. Like this is what's gonna happen. But like it's how it be. It's how the universe, like how we're doing with YouTube and everything.
I mean,
it's what they do.
We are literally living in an era where we have a comic book Cold War. And
Yeah.
you have DC on the side of Warner Brothers being their mother company. You have Disney owning Marvel. And just seeing the dichotomy of how Marvel has had this successful franchise for the last 10 years, and DC is just now kind of catching up to it. And it's consumer culture really buying into it, pun intended, fully.
Obviously.
We wear these emblems as I'm sitting here wearing a Jurassic Park shirt and Wayne's World cap. It becomes a source of identity, and that's why people love these characters.
Right.
But I definitely feel that the fan base has become toxic to the point that
Yeah.
they have to keep these scripts hidden, and the actors don't even see them until they
Yeah.
walk on set, and they're made on a certain paper that you can't even take photos of or photocopy it, or else it'll void it. So I'm hopeful for the future of this. Hopefully, we're not going to be a cat hanging in there by a thread, because after Thanos, hopefully with the Fox buyout, there's other big bad guys on the horizon. You got Galactus. You got Dr.
Galactus.
Doom.
Oh, I'm so ready for Galactus.
Dr.
Galactus is one of my
Doom
favorite
could
ones.
be the MCU's Bane for like the Dark Knight Rises metaphor, where he's a character that's smart and he's menacing, but he's not about the theatrics like Homeboy Thanos. He is just going to come in there and wreck house just because
Yeah,
he can.
just because he's like has the ability to.
Oh, yeah.
But my thing, which is like really pushing back on it is DC is good at one thing, especially in like their whole universe. They're good at TV shows. They're great at. They can suspense you, especially with like episodes. But in movie sense, Marvel's got that down packed.
Oh yeah, to a science.
Especially with like Ragnarok and Infinity War, they just do something that's so well with these directors, allowing them to do a directional where they choose things, and it's just so good what they're doing with it. And I feel like DC can learn from it, obviously. Rocket Raccoon, what do you think? Him by himself as the last Guardian. And Nebula too. Nebula's there, right? She was stuck.
They are the last two Guardians, and if you want to cripple yourself emotionally at home, the last thing that teenage Groot said to Rocket is "Dad." In his his I Am Groot talk. That's what he was saying when he knew that he was about to die. Dad. That's how he viewed Rocket, and knowing that Rocket can understand what he's saying, and then in the full scope and context.
The emotional impact,
That's really sad. He's already kind of a broken and tortured character, little furry raccoon. So it's that, I hate to say it, that House of Mouse magic. Like Disney kind of, I'm not going to say they know what they're doing, but they have a track record that is literally paying for itself right now.
Well, I'm fucking eating now. But I don't know, Rocket Raccoon. So, yeah, just that whole thing. We're going to cut to a commercial, and we'll be right back. Thank you for watching. Be back.
Serving the community can have a big impact on society. Everyone loves when someone takes time out of their day to spend time, either just hanging out or helping out. There are many different people to serve, from kids to the elderly, the homeless to your next door neighbor. And the best part about serving is that it spreads. So take time to serve someone else, to serve your community, and to do your part.
Remember, you can prevent this from happening to yourself. Wear a helmet when riding a bike. And also, watch out for cars, but still, remember to wear a helmet.
Welcome back to Comic Kingdom. It's your boy Trey.
Oliver.
And our guest Colin.
What's up?
Now, we're going to do something, a little different. We're going to do something called Superhero Fight Club, where we talk about two villains or heroes, and we're going to see who would win if they were in Fight Club. Now, the two that we are going to talk about today is Captain Marvel and Thor. Who would win?
We're talking strictly movie-based here, or are we talking comics in, different versions?
Both. All of it.
Okay. Strictly movie-based, Thor. 100%. Especially, we haven't seen the Marvel movie completely right now. It hasn't out yet. But in the sense that they're going and she's going to be this powerful character, I feel like Thor would win. As
Thor?
Yes. As Stormbreaker Thor, I think he would win.
Stormbreaker Thor, I agree. I feel like he would win because, just his power set, the way his power set is, he would most definitely demolish. But what do you think?
I mean, based on his age, he has definitely an age advantage over Carol Danvers. Because, if you're going by human years, she's only approximately, 30, 20, 29 or whatnot. He has been alive for thousands of years. He's a little hardened by combat. He's seen a little bit more of it. He's gone up against people on her power level. But honestly, I want to say it's a 50-50 debate because she's also a veteran of the armed forces being from our planet, her origins originally. But based on, if we're going by movie logic, we saw Thor take on the brunt of a dying star in Infinity War. Which, granted, it's a dying star. We haven't seen Captain Marvel. We don't know what she's capable of movie-wise. But comics-wise, it's not even really a debate. There are stronger variations of Thor throughout the pantheon of comics. But Captain Marvel, over the last 30 years, they have been really prepping her as one of Marvel's to compare her to a DC character, she'd be like Superman.
That's what
I
was
OP. She has semi-god-like powers comparable to him, but
Semi-god, but is it Thor basically
this is-
literally a god?
But this is pantheon based on their views of a god. Like you can say I'm a god, but if you don't have the power to back it up, you're not a god.
I mean, if you see her flying around, you're gonna think she's some type of god.
True. But
Thor has
Thor
gained
had
the
this-
ability to fly in the comics, though, once he's fully embraced the Odin power.
yeah, Odin
but it-
Thor, man, that's like king. He can't know.
It's like throwing a leopard in one corner and a mountain lion in the other, and asking them to go at it and see which one. It's
Similar, no.
divisive.
Different
it's
colors.
divisive.
Different colors. That's all it is.
That's cut from the same cloth, if you will.
Yeah.
Are they though? Are they
Do you
though?
have an argument though? What do you think would win? Who do you
I
think would
honestly believe Thor would win easy. No,
win? No. He would
With
have
the
a fight.
Stormbreaker, yes.
He would have
With
a
the,
fight.
did you see how he was in Infinity War? He literally said, "Bring me Thanos!" Shoot, 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 and started killing everybody. That's gonna conclude this episode of Comic Kingdom. I'm Trey.
I'm Oliver.
This was our guest Colin, and we will see y'all next time.